All right, guys, this is another FSD 13.2.8 video with Jay.
Hello?
We just have some quick running around to do. What will probably be is like this little bit of running around, and then tomorrow we're actually driving downtown into the city. We'll see if I really want to milk it. It'll be 2 videos, or it just might be 1, depending on how exotic today's driving is. I have us in a cul-de-sac. It'll probably just turn left and go. I'm thinking.
Uh-oh. Oh,
Oh yeah, okay.
I think it could have cleared it.
For the times that it does go crazy close to vehicles, I'm surprised that it backed up, but whatever.
Yeah.
Do you ever have it do the thing you have with me, right? Where like it'll get down to 1 kilometer an hour at a stop sign and then try to go and then have to stop?
It hasn't recently. That was in the older version.
Let's see if it does it right here. It would be very nice if it did. It definitely does in this version.
Really?
So,
I haven't.
3, 2, 1. Oh, fuck, it did. So it definitely does. I kind of wanted to actually do it because apparently, like somebody apparently meme. What somebody in the comments said is that if you switch it to miles,
Really?
which sort of makes sense because I bet 1 kilometer is 0 miles an hour because kilometers are less, right?
Wait, so it stops.
So look, see 1 kilometer, oh, fuck, it's doing it now. So like the car will get down to 1 kilometer
Yeah.
and not quite hit 0, try to go, and then its little brain is probably like, whoa, I didn't actually hit 0, I need to, and then it comes to like kind of an abrupt stop.
But I felt like it fixed that. Like any weird stop sign issues recently.
No, like definitely yesterday, like, and that on this version, it might be better,
Yeah.
but it's still an issue. So, yeah, it's interesting if that is the case that switching it to miles fixes it, because then
That seems like something they could easily fix, though.
for sure they should fix it, but just
Yeah.
as a workaround for now, because
Well, I guess we'll see.
I made, because you still don't use FSD much. No. I don't know why I bring you on this channel. Get her out of here.
I drove quite a bit like today and yesterday, and I was actually thinking about that I didn't at all.
At all?
Well,
Poor Elon.
poor him, yeah, he's fine. Going to and from the gym, I honestly, it's because it's super rainy that I didn't want to.
Yeah, but it's better than you in the rain, I thought you kind of said.
No, I'm fine. What's wrong with the rain? It's at nighttime.
Oh, the stigmatism or whatever.
It's at night that I think would be super helpful.
Yeah.
Um,
So you don't fully trust it in the rain still?
I just feel like, is that guy still there? No.
Hot plate man?
Hot plate man. I feel like, yeah, I don't know. Yeah, maybe I think it's more likely to mess up, I guess. Or I'm just not, I think before we got our computer replaced or whatever, when it kept just failing, that kind of
Threw you off.
Yeah. Like it was doing so well and we were going out for so many drives that I enjoyed it and it was great. And then every single time for probably like a week I tried to use it, it would break right now driving down this road. And
Yeah.
it kind of freaked me out a couple times.
Yeah.
It did it and then it was a little bit stressful. We were making a turn and there was someone really close behind me and my instinct is always to put my foot on the brake because that's how you get out of FSD, even though all I had to do was like take control, like to kind of move the wheel a little
Yeah.
bit. So I kept braking when the car would throw up the take over immediately,
Yeah.
which I know is my kind of reaction to that. But
No, but it's totally fair that that's how you react, but also it makes sense that now you don't trust it because it
it's like our
failed on
friend
you.
that had a really bad experience. Now he's like, I don't really need to use it. So yeah, I think it's great for me at night for the most part, and then if I'm on the highway, even though it follows too close, then I'll just use the other version. But it's cool, but it's kind of just like a novel, not like it has to drive me everywhere we're going.
Interesting. I always find your answers fascinating.
I think I'm more the common person. than-
Absolutely, you're
yeah,
more the common person.
The percentage of people that are.
The percentage of people that use FSD is incredibly small.
Mm-hmm. And I think if I drove as much as you,
Yeah, I drive a
it
lot.
probably change. It would change my mind, but I don't drive very much.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna drive about half an hour to Tommy's, so
Yeah, so do you, I guess you're saying you wouldn't use it by default.
probably not. But maybe I will now that we're talking about it.
For the channel's sake, you should use it.
Yeah.
But the only thing is like, I mean, I've talked about that. It's so good, and I use it all the time. But I know that I know it's like shortcomings, so I don't ever feel like it's unsafe to use.
Yeah.
But it's not good enough that that you should just like drive like this most of the
Absolutely,
time.
yeah.
And so then it does like worry me, you using it.
Why? And messing up?
Yeah, but it's not dangerous. I don't know. Just always be like. I mean, it tells you like be ready to take over.
Yeah.
It's not just gonna like fire you off into the
What
ditch.
we should film is when you're driving with FSD and I'm in the passenger side and how much I
Holy,
panic about things.
I'm
That's better content than me because I feel more in control sitting here.
Interesting.
Because I can just get out of it versus when you're driving.
Yeah, that makes sense.
You're just way more of a passenger.
You are definitely like a backseat driver to FSD
Oh, absolutely.
and critique it.
Yes.
And you'd be like, we're going too fast. And I was like, we're going literally the speed limit a lot of times.
Okay, the rental though,
The rental car was a speed demon.
or whatever it was called.
That thing was
the loaner.
fast.
That thing felt so fast all the time.
But then it was strange. I talked about on the channel a bunch. Is like, that car would be going the speed limit.
And it felt fast.
It felt
I don't know.
so fast.
That was really weird.
And I remarked on it to myself before you even mentioned anything.
Yeah. The car felt so fast, which is really silly to say because I'm assuming.
Yeah, but that probably speaks to like I think the like ride comfort, but I think just the way FSD version 12 is what we were using there.
Yeah.
Handles itself. Like if you're driving fast and kind of like quick, it feels unsafe. Versus if you're, I think this car with version 13, when it's using, I think it feels very smooth and safe and natural.
Yes. Yeah.
So you could be going the same speed in this car. Or
having the loaner car,
yeah.
it felt like, sorry to anybody that has that car, but is it gonna go?
What are we gonna do here? It'd be weird if we cleared the intersection.
Ooh.
Okay. We're awkwardly over the thing
Yeah. It's not gonna reverse, is it?
now. No.
Should I reverse?
No, you're fine. There's no pedestrians. We're not that far over, but not an ideal spot. Can you? This wasn't handled perfectly by the car.
No. I mean, and there is like that guy's leaving enough room that I could back up a bit, but.
This is a hands-free drive.
Okay.
If there was pedestrians.
Yeah,
and stuff.
it felt just. I prefer our car so much more than the one we drove, and the FSD. Like it made me realize.
It humbles you.
Yes, it made me realize how much better it's gotten.
Yeah,
And
which
even
is,
I know how much better it's gotten since we've started driving together.
for sure. It's interesting because I remember initially looking at, like, we rented that Tesla.
Yeah, and
when
it
we were
felt
in LA.
so
It was like the
luxe.
future. It was
Yeah.
a luxurious.
And now getting into it, I was like, ooh.
Yeah, it's strange. Like this car is just so much more refined.
Yeah. Again, it came from a 2008 Ford Focus.
True.
I
Yeah.
do marvel of how nice
Our old
it is
car
driving a nice car.
had like AM FM radio.
Yeah, it was 2008. We drove that for a long time.
Yeah.
So this is our first really nice car.
Yeah. But now that we're spoiled by this,
Yeah.
to look at that, you're like,
Yeah, it's just
ooh.
such a direct comparison.
Yeah.
It's the same as getting into a 2015 car and a 2014 car of a gas car.
Yeah, and you just see the new fancy.
Yeah,
things.
exactly. It's all like
Yeah.
the fancier touches and whatnot.
sure.
And I guess with a gas car though, the drive style isn't much different.
It was
same
quite a big. It was more than like a 1 year change. I'd feel like this to the other
Yeah.
one.
But yeah, I think we need to film me in the passenger instead because that's much more interesting than my take on it.
Sure, we can switch
Especially driving,
on the highway and stuff.
yeah, in downtown, I feel like I was stressed. I'm just always stressed about it.
I guess because you're worried if I'm going to take over in time.
Yeah, exactly. Versus I'm in control here,
Mm-hmm.
even though I'm not.
Mm-hmm.
in a lot of ways. I can slam on the brakes, and sometimes you want to see where things will go.
I
so
run,
you probably push things a little bit
for
more.
sure, I
and
do. As long as it's safe, but I was
of course, yeah.
try to, like, to an extreme, see what the car's going to do. Even with that, there's times where I let the car do, like, wildly incorrect things, and I'll stop it, and I'll post those clips online, and people are like, no, you should have let the car.
I know. That baffles me.
It's wild.
It's like, well, you took over too much. It's like, well, that's an easy thing to say from someone that doesn't own this vehicle and would call.
Yeah.
Like, if it got into an accident,
Yes.
just to do it for the plot makes it's easy to say when it's not your.
Yes, absolutely. And things I feel like don't
belongings.
translate properly on camera.
Yeah,
to,
there's
like,
so much
real
more of a
life.
human element than.
Yeah.
And I think that's why it's easy to watch clips of people that, their kid falls, and it's like, why weren't you watching your kid? Like, it's very easy to judge online. Then there's so
Or
many.
leaving your kid on stage.
Yeah.
Imagine.
Imagine. Yeah, the internet.
It's true.
Everything's a dark place.
But it's done a good job.
Yeah, this is good.
I'm a little, like, bored by FSD right now. Like, it does everything right, but it's been so long since there's been, like, a big
major
change.
update.
But people seem to still like the videos, so we still make them. But there's nothing really exciting.
No,
It kind of is just doing everything right. Like, the other day, like, I filmed a bunch, and I'll still make a video, but it was like, I think I drove for like 3 hours, and it'll be like a 25-minute video with mostly just me talking about random stuff, because the car, like, if the car's just doing it,
Yeah.
it's like, oh, and we turned.
Yeah. Well, I think you just have it filming, and then if it does something remarkable, either
Sure.
good or bad,
Yeah.
then that's a good time to show it, right?
The other thing too is, like,
I should just park here.
yeah, if there's anywhere to park, if you can. The other thing.
There's actually a few more spots, though. It's raining.
Oh yeah, that goes back up. The other thing too is, like, I forget at times, the same as we're desensitized to the fact that this is a fancy car. Like, I bet every human being on this street, if you pulled them into the Tesla and you're like,
Terrible park job.
this thing can drive us home, they'd be like, no, it can't.
Yeah,
Like,
it's very
I don't think
true.
most people understand that this car can do this.
No.
So, okay, see you guys in 2 seconds. All right, we switched. So I'm driving now, and we'll see the chaos that is Jalen as a backseat driver.
I might not say anything. It's not all the time.
I've showed this before, but I sent the address to the car from the phone. So my idea is that we're not going to press anything, and we'll park. So let's see.
We're on the hunt for cheesecake.
We're on the hunt for cheesecake, is what this is all about.
It stresses me out.
This is easy. We should just go,
Yeah, we
though.
should go.
Okay. Nobody coming. Nice, nice, nice.
Oh gosh.
See, I would go way further
I
back.
know.
Run into the back of this car.
It's already been run into a few times.
I
Like,
know.
why? Why did that have to go so close?
I know. I talk about that often.
It's like just go back an extra couple inches, and then you wouldn't have to worry.
Mm-hmm.
There's lots of construction down here too. Oh, that was really good.
That's nice.
That was very good. He actually saw, the car saw him before I really did.
Are you saying he is the
Chinese
car?
food. Yeah.
Wow, we're going very slow.
I would go this slow.
Yeah, okay.
This is safe. Because
I
if
feel-
someone backs up,
I feel like
the truck behind us probably isn't
Mr.
very happy,
Super Duty
but-
with the high beams is less than impressed by 13.
Yeah, we are going a little bit slow. I will say that.
Holy, he couldn't be closer to us.
He's not that close. I think he's just got bright lights. Okay.
A lot of construction and whatnot around here. I'd say we're going slow, but what do you think?
Oh yes, we're going very slow.
Okay.
Which we're going safe.
It's hard,
The
yeah,
truck
like,
behind us is probably going to be.
yeah. There's just such a, like, I don't want to be going 40, which is the speed limit for sure right now.
Yeah.
I also think he's going to get mad about this full stop. Let's see.
Ugh.
No, okay. And that was fair to stop back here before the crosswalk. Okay. And then I would go. Right? There's just such a difference between going like 16 and 25, let's say,
I
in that
know.
situation. And I complain about it, but then also, like, it's not a safety critical thing. It just really matters.
It's more the times that the car's done something and then someone will either honk at us or get mad at us or do that, and you're just like, ee.
Mm-hmm.
It's a
And usually people aren't honking at the car, I feel like nowadays, for dangerous things. It still does do very stupid dangerous things. It's more like situations like that and
Yes.
the slow stop signs
Yeah.
is what I feel like I get honked at for.
Yeah. And it going in front of people walking.
You're really hung up on that. it needs to redeem
It's
itself.
unsafe.
It needs to redeem itself in
It
Vancouver tomorrow.
It's happened to me like 2 or 3 times, so.
If you're not first, you're last.
Yeah, I get logically, but from oh yeah, we have to do our little test. Because the car
yeah.
doesn't, in my opinion, we live on a road that doesn't have sidewalks, so.
Okay, this episode is not going to include Vancouver because this episode will be that, and then we'll include our little
Close to this.
our walk.
Back up a little bit. I have to make sure that I hold my head too, because
Oh.
the first video I just had a double chin the whole time.
I'll edit it out.
Oh, I don't think that's how that works. But, and it always, yes, it leaves. It does go around the people, and it leaves room.
Oh, sorry. To clarify, I wasn't really listening. You're talking about so if somebody's on the road
Yeah,
that doesn't have a shoulder.
I was already saying that.
Oh,
You're
sorry.
just not paying attention.
I wasn't.
I was giving backstory.
Okay.
Oh, no.
No. See, I feel like a lot of times it
It
tries
just
to,
follows the car in front, yeah.
which makes sense a lot of times, but then it gets itself, at least it bailed out on that situation.
Yeah, that's true. Anyways, it goes around a pedestrian, but it doesn't go around enough. And so I think it doesn't go around enough. Dev says, oh, well, you know, it's enough. So he's going to walk on
It's
the,
that gray line
on
of,
the
like,
road, and then I'm going to...
It's safe. Like, it's not hitting the pedestrian.
It
so
won't hit it, but it doesn't feel nice for the pedestrian. Because
I
I walk
agree.
that road all the time, and cars will barely move around me, and I'm kind of like, what the F?
Yeah.
You know? And there's no other cars coming. You have no other reason to just go into the other lane for a second
Yeah.
and then come back. I feel
Well-
like these things freak me out. I feel like it doesn't always see them.
No, you can see that it sees them. See
it's
this?
just a blob, though.
But that's what it's called, the occupancy network, I think. We would go. It sees them. It's just not gonna, and I wonder if in the future one day it ever will, but it would take so much more, I think, resource to give some sort of like a high fidelity
Yeah.
map.
As long as it always sees them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it
I
doesn't
have seen videos though, like, you
Remember
know.
when I panicked because I thought it was going into the bike lane?
No.
You don't remember that? It was in this area. And it was turning the corner,
Oh,
and
yeah.
it had those poles
Yeah.
and a really big bike lane, and I thought it was going in the bike lane, and so I made you take over.
It's not, yeah.
Uh,
There's like, we have a bridge that has counterflow, the one going to Vancouver, Stanley Park.
with the how does it handle that?
It doesn't. So there's like a video where some guy drives over he's turning from,
Speed bump, speed bump.
ooh, so fast. Okay, well, missed the speed bump.
Is it gonna get this one?
Yes.
Okay.
It's so strange. Like, both those are just as visible.
This is the exact same height.
Yeah, and visibility. Let's see if it catches this one. Because for these ones, we missed it, and obviously not ideal, but these aren't going to, like,
No,
blow
we're
your
not gonna have
suspension.
Dukes of Hazzard over the.
But there definitely is speed bumps that if you missed at that
Oof.
speed would be, like,
Yeah.
horrible for the car.
yeah, absolutely.
Anyways, the car, those like gates that come down that like kind of force you to merge.
Yes.
Like there's like a gate and like a stronger.
Yeah, like a slow.
It misses.
force.
It tries to go through them. Yeah.
That's so bad.
On this version with this car.
Really?
Yeah, Buddy posts about it all the time.
Yikes. And it's those, the awkward things that it does that's fine, but it's those major things that make me worried for it actually being unsupervised or a cybercab, for example.
Or even just someone that's not paying attention.
Yes,
'Cause
and a
there's
lot of people I think would take advantage of this and be like, oh, I could be on my phone,
A lot of people try to, for
Yeah.
sure. Yeah.
which is wild because it's not perfect.
No.
And I think the whole network and all the cars would have to be all driving or like a majority of them autonomously.
so
or
you don't
the
think-
communication needs to be there from a construction.
You don't
Those
think
main
with a 3 times model and context window that things are going to change?
What the heck is that?
That's the next, like,
Like even the little things like it doesn't know school zones. Those are major.
that seems like it's fixable though.
It is,
That
it's
doesn't
just-
seem like it needs an overhaul. That seems the school zones and ambulances, like those seem very
those
fixable.
will get fixed in the future, I'm sure.
The things that I think it's going to struggle with are vision-based things that a human can see. Like we can read a sign that says road closing,
Yeah.
and I don't think that this car cameras are capable of reading small text
Yeah.
like that. So there's going to be just those fringe scenarios that, 99% of the time, RoboCab, put me in the back seat.
Mm-hmm.
But if you're just driving over a bridge and it says like lane closed and there's a little
yeah,
gate
and, you're
and it just like,
firing forward.
I don't know.
Yeah. Yeah, that's where. What do we have in LA? Waymo.
Mm-hmm.
It's on a predetermined route. It knows exactly what elements to look out for on that predetermined route or that
Not
area.
a predetermined route,
Sorry,
predetermined
the
area. Yeah,
yes.
it has like a high definition
That makes sense
map.
to me, absolutely,
Yeah.
because it knows
That area
for the most part.
intimately.
Yes, like
Yes.
there's not going to be a something majorly different, which I can understand that
But
if the car is driving and something big happens, like a accident and it's a weird navigation, it's hard to plan for that.
so that's where there's that clip. Remember I showed you the clip of the Waymo like going through that pothole at
Yeah.
150?
Yeah.
That's the downfall of Waymo. Works so good when it's like basically on rails. Like when it has its little map world and nothing's changed.
Yeah.
But it doesn't have, I think, as complex of AI as this car does. So FSD might have not gone through that as quickly or might have
True.
gone around it. Whereas the Waymo was just like, I don't know, this is a road I can drive on, let's do it.
Yeah.
And it hit a pothole at full speed. So I don't know, there's no perfect answer. But humans also suck at driving.
It's true. I agree with that for
Oh.
sure.
I think we did the thing. I didn't
Oh,
look.
oh,
Oh, yeah.
wow, this is a spicy little turn.
I didn't look, but I think we did the 1 kilometer, 0 kilometer thing. 'Cause the way we came to a stop there for a second. This van behind us is very annoyed.
Can you just park?
But I wanted to park for us, remember? Destination to destination.
That's a good part. Just park there.
Oh my god, look, it's gonna park. Yes.
But it never parks perfectly.
Flawless. What are we talking about here? I don't know what more you want. Do
Object
it.
and path.
No, it'll do it. It'll do it.
No, but look, it's not perfect. We're against the line. Every time it doesn't park.
We could walk this parking lot and find someone that's parked worse.
No, I know, but it's just funny that if you click the park button, it will park perfectly. But when it's doing this, it'll always park not directly straight.
Definitely on the line.
Absolutely. And it's without fail, which I just think is so funny. The
Well, it's
technology's there.
Trained on
Why is it red?
Richmond drivers.
You can't say that.
Oh, sorry. I'll edit that out. Okay. We will be back in 1 second. But yes, it is funny that the car can park.
This is perfect because there's a store there for. Oh shoot! I did it again.
Okay. Done there. We're just heading home. Should be pretty straightforward.
This parking lot stresses me out. Why are we
I-
signaling to back up?
That makes sense.
When have you ever signaled to back up?
Yeah, but it's, I think, the right thing to
But
do.
when have you ever done that?
No, I never in my life.
No, I took driving lessons. I don't think that is a thing. Ooh, why are we
Let us know in the comments. Are you supposed to signal? I didn't also know that you could U-turn anywhere legally, and I was dead wrong
Yeah,
about
but then
that.
you were wrong with
Yeah, I
what you were
almost led you
telling
astray.
me, so...
But you still can U-turn.
Oh, we were at a...
I feel like there is some
Standstill there.
slight regression in parking lots. Like, I feel like the car is slightly worse.
It's like it panics.
Well, it just used to move through them a little bit more confidently.
Mm-hmm. It definitely does feel like it's
Timid.
very timid, which makes it...
Awkward.
Yeah. It's trying to be probably more safe, but it almost is a detriment.
You know what I wanted to show people? What happens if you, like, fall asleep while using FSD?
Like pretend to?
Yeah, and you should be in the car for that, from a safety standpoint.
I don't want to do that.
Well, it doesn't do anything, it just stops.
That doesn't sound fun either.
I know, but it'd be good to do, to show you.
Well, next, ask the fans.
But see, like, this road right here, if no one follows us?
No.
Okay. I'm gonna close my eyes.
No!
And then, yeah. You ready? No one behind us. Okay. I've fallen unconscious.
Please pay attention to the road. I don't like this. I feel like I'm doing something wrong. I'm bad. You're gonna get a warning.
A strike. My eyes, I can see.
Auto steer unavailable. Hold steering wheel to drive manually.
Is there no one behind us?
No.
I can see in front of us. I just
It's
can't
just
see.
put the hazards on. Okay, there's someone coming out. You gotta go. Oh, they were going that way, but they were like, "What are you doing?" It's weird.
Okay, we don't have auto. Hold on, I gotta put a park.
It's interesting. It wouldn't pull you over,
So that's what people say.
but it definitely was just stopping.
Yeah, we got to strike the things we do for this channel. So that's what like
Here,
good
You can name this video to what happens when you fall asleep.
with me like unconscious, slumped over in the passenger seat.
It's all about the thumbnails.
It's all about the thumbnails.
Yeah, it is. It's not true.
Me first, right? Yes.
Oh, yeah.
There was I watched them a bunch out of spec reviews. It's the guys that do, you would recognize anyways. They test the cars on this like same hog back loop they call it.
Mm-hmm.
And FSD just like recently did the test with FSD and like in every way possible it like broke the test because it's so good.
Okay.
But that is something that other car companies do. Yeah,
There's
I see
a
that.
massive puddle up here or something.
I saw that.
Is it not going to slow down for the speed bump? It's not going to. It's not going to. Ah!
Okay, so I missed the speed bump. Missed speed bump.
I'm glad that you took over because
That was a big speed
that
bump.
was a really big speed bump and a big puddle. So it would have been like,
Is it gonna miss this one too?
oh my gosh.
Speed
what is
bump.
it doing?
Huh.
We're
It's
just
too bad.
flying. It seems like it's this area.
Like that's a very clear speed bump.
It's slowing down for
Okay,
this
I caught this one. But anyways, during the test, they test the same cars, blah blah blah, and the like Mercedes or BMW, like same thing. Driver asleep while ADAS, it'll pull over for you.
Wait, sorry, I spaced out there. When it will pull over for you?
It will. The Tesla won't. Mercedes or BMWs
so
does the exact same thing, and then
It would have just stopped in the middle of the road with the hazards on. Right now.
FSD stops.
Okay.
Those companies, it pulls over, like
Yes.
to the side of the road.
Yeah, I was just, but in our situation of what you were just testing, it was just, that's exactly what it was going to do. Just stop.
Yeah, like
With the
I
hazards on.
knew it was just going to stop with the hazards
Yeah,
on,
okay.
and they're faulting FSD for that.
Right.
Being like,
Yeah, it has the ability to pull
It knows
over.
where the shoulder is, so
Yeah.
why doesn't it? Because like, yeah, that's great that it puts the hazards on, stops. If there's an unconscious driver, sure, like
Yeah.
better than just like grandpa asleep at the wheel going 150 down the highway, which
Yeah.
does absolutely happen. Like people have medical emergencies, so it's
For
good that
sure.
it's stopping for you, but it should pull over because it's like,
At least try to.
yeah,
Because, yeah, that would
yeah, like if there's
save-
not like a safe
or
lane
someone
or
having a seizure when
Yeah,
they're
no.
driving. Like,
No,
there's so many
scenarios-
use cases that,
even that, although not perfect, it's better than what happens when a human is driving.
yeah, because probably someone would be behind and they would honk and then they'd pull around and they'd see you slumped and then they would
Yes.
call 911. So it's better than just like firing off and then
Yeah.
going through stoplights and getting into an accident.
That felt so weird because I could see like straight ahead, but I couldn't see this or this. I couldn't see
Yeah,
behind me.
and
so
I only stopped. You only took over because that person was pulling out, and they were sitting there being like, "What are you doing?"
Did they see us? Do you think?
For sure, because they were right
The
parallel.
timing was comedic.
You could definitely do that easily on our road.
That's what I was gonna do.
But-
our road doesn't have a shoulder, so there's no way for it to
Oh.
pull over. So at least there was the chance for FSD to do it,
Yeah,
and it didn't.
yeah,
And then I pulled over right after. On our road, if it happened, people could say, "Well, there's no shoulder, so what do you expect it to do?"
yeah. But then you took over because that car was there. So.
But we'd already
we'll
come
have
to a
do it
stop.
again. Yeah, it's true.
I think. I don't know.
Oh, we were.
I was asleep.
we
I was
were-
unconscious. I don't know what happened.
We were very slowly crawling. I don't think we had fully come to a
Oh.
stop.
We only have 4 more strikes. So.
We'll have to look at what the. When does it reset? Ever?
Yeah, it's like once a week or something.
Oh, okay. I thought it was. Ooh, that's not good. What would FSD do there?
Right through the cones. Off into the golf course.
Off it goes. Shoo.
We should have recorded it. We replaced our matte
yeah.
screen protector today. Because the other one, maybe you guys don't even notice it, but it was like cracked all at the bottom here before. It's very nice. Except Jalen messed up, and there's a
Excuse you.
hair.
You didn't even want me to clean it in the first place.
You didn't do a good job. But it looked honestly better without it.
Yeah, it's like a screen protector on a phone. It always looks better.
I know.
We never drive with this low of percent, usually.
Yeah. Oh, we're slowing down. I forgot that you're going to Tommy's, but it'll be 14%. You'll still have tons.
Oh, it'll be fine.
But yeah, it is weird to see 26%.
Yeah.
Like, it seems like such a low percent.
Usually
Okay.
we've-
When would you go?
Not now.
Okay.
Not now. Okay.
Oh, wow. Good thing
That
that
was a bit
car
of a
wasn't coming.
confident. Well, it must have maybe looked at its angle.
For sure. Probably better than we could have, because it
Yeah.
was angled the right way. So that's good.
Yeah. We did get cheesecake.
Yeah, we got cheesecake. Can you come home with a piece?
I'll just cut you a piece.
No, because I feel like
before I go.
visually you should.
No, it doesn't matter.
Oh,
I'll cut you a piece
sure.
and then bring that over.
So we only drove not a ton. Half hour?
Mm-hmm.
Did we have to do anything? Besides park? Oh, the pothole, or the speed bumps.
Yeah, the speed bumps were a pretty big one.
Yeah, so that was a big one.
Mm-hmm.
According to Elon, not safety critical though, so that doesn't really count in his world. So in Austin in June, those
Easy
of you
to
in
say-
this little cyber cabs are just gonna be flying over speed
Easy
bumps.
to say when it's
Not your car.
yeah.
Yeah, I know.
Because it's just rough on the car.
Absolutely. Yeah, I don't think we would get hurt going over those speed bumps at 50, but
And I guess were we going the speed limit?
she gripped my hand.
Because that person was pulling out.
We need a what is it? Some sort of a sensor
Grip
that shows
strength?
grip strength sensor that shows on screen, and a heart rate monitor.
You can tie into my watch.
There you go.
Driving. Where were we driving the other day? Was it going downtown? I was so uncomfortable. It was very out of my element of driving with FSD. It's, I think in any new city that we go, because
What are you talking about?
we were driving, and I was a bunch of things, and I was really stressed out. Was that driving downtown?
In this car?
Yeah, or maybe it was the other one.
I don't know.
I don't like driving downtown in it.
Yeah, that's why y'all need to tune in.
Y'all.
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 I'm catering to the southern demographic.
Y'all. Mm-hmm.
I think that'll be really good too.
Pothole.
That's a big pothole that it won't avoid. Pothole. It'll wait, right?
Should.
Yeah, because at the end of the day, this is simple driving. I say that all the time.
Yeah.
But if you live in this area, all of this is your driving. You don't really interact with
Most people do the same route. You go to work, you go to the same grocery stores, you see your friends. Not a lot of people are doing things outside of their
Yeah.
comfort route.
It of course is on every stop sign flawlessly.
I know.
Try to go. No.
Yeah, I don't even know what you're talking about.
I'm putting up video footage right now of it doing it in this version. It happens. Okay, well that's the drive. So that'll be it for the video, and then there'll be another one shortly, the next day or two, of us driving to Vancouver. So hope you enjoyed it.
Bye-bye.
Bye.